The final chapter on JFK. Chapter 6, Segment 2, the Klein Order.
This segment is the Klein Order. In March of 1963, Lee Harvey Oswald supposedly purchased the Mannlicher Carcano rifle from a Chicago mail order house called Klein's. He did this from Dallas, Texas. He supposedly filled out an order form for Klein's and then got a postal money order for that amount to order the rifle in March of 1963. Oswald supposedly used a fake name by the name of Alec Hindell to purchase a rifle long distance from Klein's in Chicago. With that said, there are several problems with this factual scenario. The Klein rifle order. Here it is. The exhibit on the board shows us both the order under the name Alec Hindell and the postal payment for the mail ordered rifle. Stop and think for a second. Lee Harvey Oswald allegedly rented a post office box where he spent money to rent it, and then he used an alias to buy a rifle in Chicago by mail. This is sinister. It shows he was up to no good. And if the FBI was a good tracker, which they were, they would discover this, which they did. In 1963, there were no gun registration laws. Lee Harvey Oswald could have gone anywhere in the state of Texas and bought a rifle. He could have gone to Ward's. He could have gone to Sears, where they had very good hunting rifles, the J.C. Higgins models. He could have gone to a hardware store, a gun store, a pawn shop, a gun show. He could have even bought a gun in the newspaper or from a neighbor. He could have bought a rifle anywhere in the state of Texas, and there would have been no record of him buying it. He could have bought it under the name of Sally Mae, and no one would have been the wiser. But yet, he spends additional money and gets a post office box, and he orders it by mail, allegedly under an alias, to hide something which he could have done out in the open any day of the week. And the only reason it would be done in the manner it was done is to create some type of trail. Let's go a step further. Why in March of 1963 would Lee Harvey Oswald, who never owned a rifle before, decide to buy a rifle? His wife announces that they're expecting a second child, and in order to celebrate, he goes out and buys a rifle under an assumed name. Now, it wouldn't make sense unless Kennedy was coming to Texas earlier than November 22nd, 1963. And in fact, that occurred in less than 70 days after someone bought the alleged assassination rifle from Klein's. John F. Kennedy came to Texas and was in a motorcade. Now, very few people knew he was coming until a few days before. And certainly, Oswald wasn't one of the people that knew he was coming. So let's skip ahead and find out where Kennedy went for his first motorcade in Texas, when it occurred, and who was there to greet him. See you in the next segment.